I'm muted. I realized I was just muted the whole time. Look at that. It's beautiful. Sometimes you forget you're muted. Anyway, I'm here. We are doing some rulebook stuff. Super exciting, I know. The goal is to get as much done as we can. I would like to ideally get the rulebook stuff done before my next video, or at least around the same time. And my next video should be relatively soon. I've got some like work to do on it, but spell costs. Old God card draw icons, any... I think we probably do want to have Old God base effect. Might be something we want to include as well. We covered this already. we might want to do just a pass on going through and making sure any reference of power level is changed to strength. That's probably an easy one. For that, it probably... Actually, maybe the easiest way is just do this. You can control F. Power level. We'll pick out some low-hanging fruit to start. I believe... 4.5. I guess we do need 5 open. Page 5. Okay, I guess we did that. That kind of strength. Okay, cool. Where else is it? I guess this doesn't need to be capitalized. Okay. That might need to be changed. It might need to not say unit strength and instead say something like unit amount. But I think that's okay for now. Okay. Power level. Okay, there's a bunch within... Yeah, this is like where working in like InDesign probably would have been better, but... Controls are equal to gods. Strength. I was dyslexic. Hey, you. Hi. Cat cam activate. A static strength, few units, the old gods, cards power level. Unlike players, old gods cards have a static strength. If the player card attacks with fewer units than the old god's strength, the card will be destroyed and the old god will remain unaffected. Destroy an old god, reduce the power level, the strength. Critical damage will not weaken it. Yeah, literally all these cards are gonna have to be replaced. Luckily, I believe everything in here is, yeah, the way I did it, I should be able to just relink cards to the specific instance and then just replace them all. But yeah, all the old god cards are gonna have to be fixed. Like an interesting example here is, I guess in example 1 here, basic attack icon, or not attack icon, the power level icon. This should be replaced with the strength icon. Sorry, it should be under card layout, icons, strength. Yeah, place. And maybe we'll give it a tiny nudge, but other than that, ooh, that's actually nice because it replaced it in all instances. Nice, nice. That is the cool part. We can easily swap stuff out with this. Should be an example 1, and we need the power level icon. We just want to move this over like a few pixels. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's make sure we got every power level, power level, power level, power level. Strength. And then, yeah, so 4 of those there. So this is done. We can leave this page. It probably should just be doing one at a time, but sometimes it's kind of hard to see the whole forest for the trees or whatever. Olgot attack phase. We need page 11. Where was it? Here. Cool. Done. Okay, let's go back to what we were doing the other day. So they're going to be placed in any space, but if there are no lands beneath them, they enter play disabled. Similarly, if the land beneath a structure is destroyed, then the structure becomes disabled. We're gonna do this just in case yet again. We're gonna take this. We're going to, yeah, this is where it gets annoying. Having every page open. let's just copy this and just save it in here for now, right? And then okay, let's see. How does this make sense? We want... I think probably this will be hero placement. This probably can go like down here. I guess I need the... I need this open and this open. Discarding, where are we even here? This is actually a necessary thing. Just a small statement here. .11 font is what we want. This might need like another subheading. Maybe. All right, so what we can do here is we take this. I think I want all these gone, we will duplicate our bridge here. Actually, you know what? Let's leave these for a second. We've been using too much After Effects and keep hitting the wrong button to duplicate things. I'm just hoping I don't have to... Okay, that looks okay. Just has to be below the arrow. Just zoomed out to space real quick. Don't mind me. Sometimes you hit the wrong shortcut keys. And I'm thinking maybe like just a smidge of transparency there, maybe? I don't know. I'm unsure about the that, but I think this looks good. Structures can be placed in any space, okay, but if there's no land beneath it, the engine plate. Similarly, if the land beneath a structure is destroyed, the structure becomes disabled. I don't know if I need an additional graphic for that. So instead, I think I might just move this, keep doing this, move this whole graphic to the center. And move this up. Doesn't feel quite right for some reason. Like information wise. I don't know. We'll have to make it look a little nicer afterward, but it's a little barren looking. But we also I think maybe, just maybe, I don't know, I guess maybe I could keep it more like how it was before. I don't know. I guess we'll keep this like this for now, and then we'll come back to it and see where we're at with other stuff. Like, I don't know where we're gonna need to add more stuff. Let's just get everything in and then just kind of organize it a little bit afterward. I don't know if there's anything here specifically besides like that's kind of a weird sentence, though. Units are the essential components in the game. Is that supposed to say most? We'll say most. Yeah, I think this page is fine. I was thinking adding base effects, but I'm like unsure about that. Got an ad block. Trying to advertise me. Oh, my cat's gone. We don't need the cat cam anymore. She ran away long ago. No longer to be seen. Okay, we got restriction for right. We got this. Draw to, play to. Did we? Maybe that's what this page is necessary for. No. I thought we did that. The current player will draw 2 cards from their deck. Keep in mind, some cards will allow players to draw additional cards. I'll bold this. I do hate how it doesn't... There's got to be a way to do this, and I gotta figure out how it works. Where you, like, sometimes fonts, like, they have variations rather than allowing you to hit the bold button. That doesn't look any different. Okay, easy peasy. Something I probably want to double check too is life decking. I thought I had this in there, but I'm pretty sure, I don't know if there's a rule that they play around on cards. The most continue without drawing exception as the minion deck, which is reshuffled using it. Okay, so we're good there. Never mind. We do not need to add life decking. It is already in there. Look at that. Go past me. Draw 2, play 2. We have draw 2, we have play 2. Yeah, so that should be... I think that should be in there already. I will need to, like, just do, like, just reread the whole thing. That would probably be off stream, but... you know. That will be an off-stream kind of thing. Current player may play cards under the play space. You may play 2 of any land card, structure card. You may play 2 of any... I think maybe the better way to say this, you may play... of any card type. Oop. No, because I don't want to say any card type. You may play 2... because... you may play 2 of any land, because the problem is you may play 2 of any land, structure, or hero card per turn. This might sound like you had to play 2 lands, 2 structures, or 2 heroes, where it could be 2 cards of any combination of the card types. You may play 2 of any... All right. You may play 2 of any... All right. We're asking ChatGPT, why not? How do I reword this to not sound... Yo, Thunder, what's up? Good morning. Or for me, good afternoon. How do I reword this to not sound like you can't play one of one type how you doing today? I am currently working on the rulebook as per probably what we're gonna be doing for a while now, honestly, until it's all fixed, because maybe we could jump around, do cards, or maybe do some play testing at some point, but this is like the next thing that needs to be done. No, hold on. God, it lags so much because I have... Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is here it's like... So the current player may play cards from their space... into the play space from their hand. You may play 2 of any cards, or 2 of any land card, structure card, or hero cards per turn. But the problem is, I feel like that can be misconstrued as you have to play 2 of a singular type of card, and not like you can play 1 of one card and 1 of another. You may play 2 of any card. Yeah, I guess I don't... Well, you may play... Yeah, the problem is... Okay. Sorry, ChatGPT finally gave me an answer. In any combination, or of any combination, I think is a good way to do it. Yeah, my problem is, because the thing is, if you say you may play 2 of any of the following, it still could imply you could only play 2. Like, if someone doesn't read it correctly, right, or interprets it the wrong way, they could imagine it being like, you know, 2 lands, 2 structures, or 2 heroes. And the only reason I don't say, like, you know, any card too is because spells technically you can play anytime. So in any combination clears it up. Exactly, yeah. In any combination. Yeah, just explain my logic behind the whole thing. Oh. How's your morning going, Thunder? What have you been up to? And I did the graphic here. I just decided to have 2 normal and 1 sideways. I was tempted to like make the ones that aren't actually played like slightly transparent, but I feel like that just makes it maybe more confusing. Or maybe I could do like, I don't know, I feel like it just doesn't look quite right having it see-through. Some of those are weird. I don't know, I think just like that, like it's solid there and it's grayed out and sideways here, which I think makes it look better. I was tempted to have like the X's and whatever over it, but I feel like X just implies you can't do it, so but yeah, this I think is more clear. Water time. So I've been learning how to do formulas in Excel so I don't have to figure out the maths in my head. Been interesting asking ChatGPT how, because I don't. Yeah, honestly, it's been super useful for me, because if you have any questions, not that I can really help, but all that much, but I've done a lot of spreadsheeting for for my game. So one of the really nice parts is, so like these are like my card layouts, and then any sort of substitutions and stuff I need happen in here. I don't know exactly what you're using it for, but I got some pretty crazy formulas. A lot of it is like, there's a few of them that you kind of inspired me to learn. Okay, good. I'm glad. Honestly, it's some of them I don't even understand, like this one, the one that does substitutions and stuff. It's way too confusing because it like splits the whole thing and puts it back together, and I literally wouldn't have been able to do this without ChatGPT. But super useful because then I don't have to like manually correct anything. I just have like an icon index, and it replaces any word I write in there with the index, which is really cool. Same. Well, yeah. I try to understand stuff when I can, but like some of it's like, my brother was showing it to me, and he does like a lot of really like, you know, does a lot of like, you know, actual real like business spreadsheet stuff. And he was like, yeah, I never would have thought of this. I don't even know how this works, but sure, it works. So here we go. So sometimes it just works, you know? Yeah, so a lot of them are really simple, but I was kind of thinking maybe it'd be cool to do a video on it, because there's a lot of like, there was like a few tutorials on Dexterous, but I feel like it'd be cool to go into some of the more complex formulas and like talk about that just a smidge. I don't know. That might be boring for people, but well, I learned if I want to control a row but don't want A1 to change, you put $, so much I didn't know. Yeah, there's really a lot of like different things. I don't even know it that well, but that is a cool, yeah, it's a cool feature. Yeah, just some of the interesting commands and stuff. It's super useful though, and it's like a good introduction to like logic and stuff like that. So it's actually pretty good for like learning coding, right? Not that I know coding, but I think it is a good intro to that, I would assume, right? Although funny enough, my intro to logic really, well, really old is the StarCraft campaign editor, but more like recently than that, and like when I was actually knew more about stuff, and I also use GameMaker, but one of the big like logic things is like Minecraft, like Redstone. Like, oh, this is an AND gate, and this is a like, it's just kind of funny how games can actually teach you a lot. And how to get two Dropboxes to reference a list you made already. Yeah, nostalgia StarCraft OG. Yeah, I love the original StarCraft campaign editor. It was great. It was like accessible if you didn't know how to code or anything like that, which I thought was really cool. Like you could just place units down and have fun with that. Whereas like the newer campaign editor was very like targeted toward modders, which makes sense, but the old one was super accessible to people who didn't know what they were doing. I thought that was fun. Good old StarCraft. Okay, let's look at what else we need to tackle. I'm sure there's going to be other stuff that I need to just go through and like read the book, but Draw 2, Play 2 is good. We got that done. Deck building. let's see here. That's gonna be later. Spell cost is probably something we should throw in there. In Steam, some games allow the community to mod things. I thought that was cool. Yeah, no, it is super cool. I do like it's weird because I don't really like mods that much. Like I don't really mod my games very often. I usually like the vanilla intended experience because a lot of the time like mods can like break the game. That being said, I know there's like a lot more people who like have balance in mind now compared to like older games, but I still kind of like am stuck in the mud about it. I do love that it's a feature, right? For the people who do like that. Personally, I'm like, I'm not really much of a modder, but I mean the fact that don't look at all my game history. I'm just kidding. The fact that I can put like all my tabletop games in Steam Workshop and stuff like that, I think is pretty cool. So yeah. City Skylines benefited huge from community modding. Yeah, no, there's a lot of games where it's like the community fixed the game before like before you know, the devs did, which is kind of wild. Granted, they're doing like a hot fix and not something that's, you know, across multiple platforms and stuff like that, but still it's kind of crazy. I guess I don't need this open. Oh wait, no, I do. I shouldn't need this open. This should be done. This, on the other hand, what needs to be here? I do need to add card draw, and then here I need to add... that was the reason I had page 4 open. There may need to be a page 4.5. Not 4.5, a 3.5. I'm not sure how I'm going to add a additional effect in here while still including base effects. All right, new page. And we may just have to end up moving a ton of stuff around, but it's like brainstorming for the devs. The community shows them what the demand is. Yeah, honestly, that part I find really cool. I'm surprised more of that oh wait, this is whatever. I'm surprised more of that isn't like the case. Like, I feel like with Risk-A-Rain, Risk-A-Rain 2, their new DLC, like, I feel like they didn't look at the modding as much as they probably should have. Obviously, like, things have to be new too, like you shouldn't just like copy things, but that I found kind of interesting. But they're doing a good job now. There's the new mod, or the new expansion was not great on launch. Granted, I'm 90% sure it was just really, really rushed, and everything's kind of better now. Well, not everything, but most stuff is better now. So, I don't know, pretty interesting. Let's see here. Where were we? We are on rulebook stuff. Let me grab a background for this one. What's up? I'm gonna call you Najo? Najo? I feel like I've seen you before. Oh wait, you were in Tice's chat the other day, right? The dual wielded. The man, the myth, legend himself. Just like City Skylines, plenty of great mods, but didn't grab them. Sorry, hold up. Didn't grab them. So plenty of great mods, but you didn't grab them all. Some were unstable or didn't link up with another mod. I had to read and look before I found the setup that worked. Yeah, no, for sure. There's also like, God, where was I going with this? It was reminding me of something else. Oh, like the opposite is true sometimes too. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, like the Factorio like space mod. I think the like new update, they just hired the guy who like made a mod. They were just like, oh yeah, no, you're good. Let's just use you for the game, which I think is funny. And kind of cool. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Yeah. No, I was gonna say I thought I saw you before. Hey, how are you? Unfortunately, my headphones broke because I can't hear your voice. It'd be great if you could respond to chat though instead. No. I am too busy with my art. Thank you though. Thank you for being here. Anyway, we'll do that. Page 3.5. Might not even, oh my God, sorry. Sometimes like the tabs on this on Photoshop are just way too finicky. See, like I just gonna move it a few at a time, I guess. There we go. We just want it in the right order here. We're gonna take base effects. I think we're moving that to the other page here. We'll maybe see what else we can add in there, but save them off. Save often. True. I was gonna say I don't even know how many of these need to be saved. I guess I can look at. No, they're all. Luckily, they have like an asterisk if you aren't saved. So we're gonna delete that. We're gonna move unit effect up. And then triggered effect over here. Or wait, no, sorry. Abilities are over here. And then we're gonna just duplicate this. And this will be called cost. Yeah, can I? Well, yeah, it's probably almost. Actually, I don't even think you can see it at the top there, but yeah, because my thing's in the way. But yeah, there's a little asterisk. It's kind of nice. Cost we need to replace with the cost icons. And then I need to figure out new words for it. It's pretty much the same as a triggered effect, just typically negative, or probably all the time negative. Also, this is not aligned properly, but that's okay. We'll come back to that. It should be like aligned to that. There we go. I gotta go. I already gotta go. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. I'll see you around, I hope. And have a good one. Thank you for the follow and stuff. I appreciate it. I know that was the other day, but thank you regardless. What was your T? No, T. 180 is the scale here. And then I can just type up in here 180. Oh, that's 1,880. There we go. That's correct now. There we go. I'm thinking actually all these probably need to be moved to the other page and then leave the base effect. Probably should be the first one that's explained. It's partly like how much do you really need to explain? Like when a card says something on it, you have to do what it says, but I don't know. It's a rule book, so you have to like assume they don't know anything, right? So really, arguably, we need to actually copy this whole thing. Paste this in here. Take the base effect. We don't need that. Or wait, no, we actually do need it. What am I talking about? We need this in here. You can size them up and fit the base in the middle of all four of that. Yeah. Let me see here, because yeah, now we're just making a mess. Put the words under the base. Yeah, I don't think I can fit them all in here, right? But I could easily, I think, make the base effect bigger in here, right? On this page. I mean, I could just stop here and then to have these take up the rest of the page. I could just have them stacked on top of each other rather than next to each other like this, and then just take up more of the page that way. I think that's maybe how I'll do it. I mean, I could just have all the effects just on this page, which might make more sense if I can't fill everything, but I'm unsure. Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm trying to decide what I want to do, but I think my thought is do something like this, right? They definitely can't all fit on the same page, right? At least not all this information plus all the effect information. I think probably the way to do it is like this. And then, yeah, put more information here. Like this can be larger probably. And maybe just explain a bit more. I don't know, everything seems like work to me. What seems like the most effort? Yeah, good question. This is probably the least effort because then I don't have to like rearrange it completely. And with these, I could just, you know, go like this. Right. And then just extend the text out, maybe. Or just leave it like this, and then worst case, like I just have like graphics or something or art at the bottom, right? I could just draw some art and just have it in the blank space. Sorry, just want to check something. Or, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll just get the easy stuff done for now, and then we'll figure out what needs to be done afterward. Here, I believe the biggest thing we need is the card draw icon. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need to add. I don't think so. But this guy needs to be in here. Same scale. Yeah, I imagine I'm gonna get like most of the sort of easy work done on stream, and then afterward I'll probably just go through and do all the nitty-gritty stuff off stream. Probably. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I've been working on my next video, which is pretty close to being done. I have some visual effects. I don't know if that's something y'all are interested. I actually do have it up here. So the idea is I have oh god, I'm breaking everything. The idea is that I have me talking, right? And the goal is to have like my little animated guy, but he's behind me. of course, to edit a character behind you, you need to, you know, have, you know, either be on like a green screen or something like that. I, trying something different. I don't think it's quite working the way I wanted it to, but I think I can still do it. There's like two different techniques. One is, so I have a clean plate, right? And then, so which is just the room by itself without me there, right? And then, so the goal is to remove myself so I can place, or I guess remove everything else around me, right? So I can replace it with my character, and he's gonna be building a little bridge. This isn't the actual art, but this is just me testing. And the goal is to have you know, it behind me. I tried a thing called a difference mat, which is basically it removes anything that's different behind me. This is actually how they do like the what's it called? The like football yard line things, how they like appear on the football field and like people stand over them. They basically do this same sort of thing, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if this is gonna work. You can see that there's like an edge around my like hoodie, and like there's like weird holes in my face, so that doesn't quite work. And the other one was just like rotoscoping it, which the like auto rotoscoping tool has gotten like so much better than it used to be. So I think that might be the way to go, but I don't know, kind of cool. Just a random thing I've been doing. And completely unrelated to everything, but oh god, zoomed in to my face a bajillion %. Anyway, we'll save this too. I can close that out. That's the rest of my day after this. So I've been trying to get that done. So there's like, it's kind of hard to find time to get that done and the rulebook editing and, you know, whatever else I need to do, but yeah. Anyway, oops. We need to write a bit. We need player icon, we need a sentence in here. Old God deck. The Old God deck consists of all of and consists check the stream chat on Discord. Okay, I will. This is what I was talking about. Yeah, I could see that. I think my only worry... Yay. Let's see. Can we... Isn't there a way to do... Can I do this? I'm curious if this works. No. Well, let's do this. Yeah, so I like the idea. I think it would look visually cool. I am words. I am too. More words. This is like the sort of stuff I like, messages I leave for myself. My worry with that, I guess it could work. My only worry is that you'd have to shrink stuff down, right, to get that orientation. I mean, I could essentially just do it like, what, cost and abilities? Like this, and then put the base effect in the middle. And I could like scrunch these over potentially, but then that might end up making them smaller. I don't really want to mess with the text size because that's kind of you know, it's you know, standard book font size. I like the idea though, like visually I think it's cool. I just don't know if it will work perfectly as far as clarity, I guess, if that makes sense. Yeah, cool idea though. I appreciate you sharing and creating this beautiful diagram. Yeah, because it's kind of similar to like the what are they called? Like diagrams I already have, so it would look good in that sense, but I think if I tried to fit it into this space, it would definitely be they would end up being too small. Because I want to be able to like print this and people to be able to read it. Beautiful paint skills though, I like it. The Old God deck, refers to the main deck of the Old God. This includes all cards this includes the card types monster, wasteland, ruins, and versus. We're gonna have ChatGPT rewrite that for good soundingness, but Old God deck refers to the Old God's main deck, which includes Old God deck refers to I guess this one. I don't know how. Yeah. I guess this is typically in reference to card draw. Cool. Good enough for me. Oh, I didn't even rewrite cost. I need to actually do that. Okay. That's in there. Let me go back to actually rewriting cost here. Artifact activates only. Oops. Let me actually look at costs of cards. I want to make sure that I'm writing this correctly. When the card is played, when the card is played, when the card is played. Every 3 minions you move. Okay, it's typically when the card is played, but not 100%. Okay, just keeping in mind these other things. Cost. Costs are typically effects that costs are maybe negative effects that occur typically once a card is played. Costs are negative effects that trigger typically once a card is played. Usually these effects... I don't even know if there's actually... Costs are negative effects that... Once a card is played, in order to gain some other sort of benefit. Costs are negative effects that trigger typically once a card is played in order to gain some sort of benefit. Maybe just in order to gain a benefit. Maybe? I don't know. Let's see what the old ChatGPT says, as per usual. It's just like better spell check, you know? A grammar check. Requiring a sacrifice or penalty in exchange for a beneficial effect. Yeah, it works. Sure. Okay. Where are we at now? Guess we just go back to our we got cost in here. Oh, we hit the wrong thing. Right thing. Old God draw icons. Yes, we do need to put an Old God base effect in there. Any card. Oh, that. Okay. Deck building, list of terms. Power to strength. I did that. Okay, we're dwindling the list. I'm gonna hit the bathroom real quick and grab a protein bar, I guess, and then we will, I guess, finish this up as much as we can. So, all right, be right back. I've returned. Trying to think this through. I think it just makes sense to get all the elements in there and then rearrange them. Probably. Like, there's a lot of wasted space on this card, right? So there is a chance that I could use stuff here, but I don't really how much it matters. Like, I don't like how this is laid out. Like, this is all the information that probably needs to go on this card. This page, rather. But I don't particularly like it, you know? So we'll have to work with it, see what we can do. What we need to do? I guess we need to figure out where we're going to talk about. Well, actually, this might already be in the rule book, if I'm being honest. There's a mention here where I want to say when the old god draws a card, it doesn't play it right away. There might be a better way to say it now that we have disabling as like a effect. Like it could say that old god lands come in disabled when they're played. Probably the easiest way to do this is pull this up. Old god draw phase. Well, draw cards, design, blah, 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 blah. These cards are played and activated in order from blah, 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 blah. All cards take effect immediately unless otherwise specified. Only exception is wasteland cards, which do not trigger additional cards. Card draw until the start of their next draw phase. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, sorry. It's like, what are you talking about? Sorry. Checked out Destiny Gorilla, I think. Gorilla of Destiny, yeah, okay. I'm going to get one of the books. The Man is a Madman. It's beautiful. I hope he puts up more. Yeah, no, that's super cool stuff. Yeah, no, I need to watch more of his stuff. I only watched like a few of it. I really like he puts out more. That's what I thought you meant. I assumed. No, you're totally good. Let me ban this guy real quick. Not you. I hope you do too. I will. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully I should have something out probably by probably like sometime next week, I would assume. Plus there's that video, that one video I've been working on. It should be out tomorrow, the Blackthorn video. Block you. Let's make sure I'm clicking on the right person. Block user. There we go. Yeah, no, honestly, I've wanted to make like a spell system for a while, and I thought that would be really cool. And then seeing that, I'm like, I don't need to, but I kind of actually think I still might at some point. It's more like my idea would be a little less, you know, complicated, I think, but and more like mechanical about. I've made I'll show you. Gotta open the old OneNote. I take it you play D&D then, yeah? Or something along those lines. Because my D&D campaign, I made like a system of It doesn't look as impressive here, but I did make like a crafting system sort of thing. Where it's, I don't know how like accurate it is to the actual like D&D gold economy and all that kind of stuff. I kind of just make my own stuff up. But the idea is like there's different things, and let me open the Google Doc just for the fun of it. There's basically like each, like whenever players like go in and like pick something up, because you know how like players will just be like, oh, I loot this random thing. I grabbed a rock from the ground. We're like, all right, cool, sick. And the idea was like any magical thing, I didn't tell them what it did right away, which gave me time to actually come up with what it did later. Heck, there are plenty of market mechanics, but I'm still crunching numbers for a market on my own. And no, not D&D, never was that interested, not even into roleplay until I found Classic Traveler. Okay, there you go. But yeah, I don't know, this system was kind of fun though. Like it was stuff based on like 3 years back. Nice. Yeah, honestly, the funny thing is my intro to role-playing games, like actually playing them, was my own game. Like I made Soul and then I played it. And that was my first role-playing game, which I find kind of funny. But yeah, I thought it was kind of cool because the idea was you could make up items that seemed mysterious and then come up with their powers later, and then like ways to craft with them. Like people could, you know, extract powers, or they just had like keywords, and then if they wanted to make something, you'd say, okay, it requires these keywords to put together. Rudderbean, hey, what's up? What you working on? Technically rulebook stuff. This is just a tangent. I was talking about a D&D crafting system I made forever ago. But yeah, that's a tangent. We are currently working on the rulebook for my game. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing here. It's not the most interesting stream, I'll tell you that, but I am yapping while I'm doing it. So I didn't know what I had. Didn't even know what I had. I found a black box with cool books in for $1. They were 1977 Classic Traveler books. That sounds pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, no, we're just working on the rule book. I gotta rearrange everything, and I'm trying to update it, which is kind of a pain, but you know, it is what it is. I kind of lost my train of thought, to be honest. I went on such a tangent, I didn't remember what I was doing. Right. There's a better way to word this now because we have new terminology. So I think it's on page 10. Yeah, what's up with you, Runner? What are you up to? Or Bean, if you prefer. Okay, so the idea here is, I'm wondering if I need a graph here. This could have better graphics. See on Discord or something? I don't see him on YouTube. No, sorry. I dual stream, so Twitch and and YouTube are both there. So you'll see it on the chat on the screen. I probably need to make it slightly bigger. I've been trying to figure that out. I know a lot of people don't like dual streaming. Because of the audience separation thing. I'm still trying to figure it out. I kind of wish there was a better way to combine chats, but you know, on screen is the current way to go. Runner can't words. Runner B and Meanie, any will do. Cool. Sounds good. Sounds great to me. I'm enjoying God, I cannot talk. My brain is just not starting. Just not working. Enjoying the rulebook. The layout is neat. I'm just sketching up PNG for my latest streams at the moment. Very nice. I just like my brain just stopped. It just didn't work. It was done. It quit. It quit on me. Okay. Hello, Edmund. You guys talking to each other? I like it. That's the longest brain fart I've ever seen. Honestly, I can't read, so nah, yeah, no, yep. We're just gonna move on. No, yeah, my brain doesn't work a lot of the time. It's okay. Hopefully it's at least amusing. Yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with the layout of the rule book. It's I wanted to make it look like just like lots of examples, because a lot of time when you explain a rule book, people, you know, just their eyes glaze over and they don't understand what you're talking about. But I try to make sure to illustrate everything as much as I possibly could. So the only problem here is I may need to add a graphic in here, which I think I could fit. But yeah, this phrase right here needs to be reworded, which probably makes sense to go into our other thing. Draw phase. All cards take effect immediately unless specified otherwise. The only exception is Wasteland cards, which are probably disabled, are disabled for the first turn they are played. No, probably they're disabled. What is it? Until the start of the next turn? Until this. I'm trying to think of when I. Till the. Maybe till the start of its next turn, yeah. They're disabled until the beginning of their next. Oh god. Okay. Sorry, you're saying things. You guys are talking to each other. I like it. I mean, wait. Okay, yeah. Honestly, I can't say I've noticed that either. I was like, yeah, S3X, sure. Anyway, I won't call you by your first name, friend. Otherwise, Beats might ban me. True. Doing well, Ben. Wintering in the mid-north. Ooh, it's cold out there, huh? Yeah, it just snowed today, and I'm in the on the East Coast, or I'm in the South. We'll say that. Which normally it's warm. Normally get snow once a year, but it snowed again, so that was fun. Luckily, it's, you know, just there's not even snow sticking to the ground, which is funny. But 10 degrees C or Fahrenheit spot non-Americans away. East Coast, lots of snows here. Yeah, so yeah, there you go. Canada. Ah, Canadians. Hello. Oh, Canada. It's kind of cool, like, having, doing streams, because literally like, everyone's from all over. It's fun. I'm not very, like, traveled person, but it is cool to see people from all over. Across the pond in the UK. Nice. British. Yeah, I'm not gonna do a British accent. That's rude. The only exception to Wasteland cards, which are disabled until the beginning of their next turn. That I feel like could be illustrated, but I don't know if it's necessary. It's a lot less words though, which is nice. Like, this whole graphic could be moved up. Like, a lot of this could be shrunken. You're the only one who's refrained. Originally from Wales, which first language was Welsh. Nice. I refrained for half a second, and then I said British, and then I was like, no, I'm not going to continue. I'm trying to decide. Cool. I started French. Nice. You're nailing. Actually curious to hear more now. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna get too embarrassed to do it. Honestly, the I've tried a bit for like D&D campaigns. I'm really bad at accents. Well, I'm not bad at accents. I just don't practice them enough. I feel like it'd be cool to do more of it. But not something I'm confident in. Like, voice acting would be a cool like thing to do, you know, and learn more like accents and that kind of thing. Why is this its own thing? You gotta separate it into the minion deck and the main deck. I'm not even gonna. Actually, I was about to say I'm not even gonna pretend to read that, but I do know Lachine. Isn't that a dog? Lachin. I can't pronounce it, but I think it means dog because I remember someone having a username that had that. We have Newfie English. I've been to Newfoundland, actually. That's all I can say. I think I said it's wrong. Oh, man. Okay. What in tarnation am I doing? Yeah. Some of these graphics aren't really that important either. Like this one up here is kind of really unimportant. During the Old God draw phase, the Old God will draw cards based on the number designated by the Old God card itself and any wastelands that in play. This is actually wrong now that I'm thinking about it. Dude, your spelling is great. I can't speak it, but I have French, Canadian. You are being and you eat dogs. Beats, you have a Discord? I do. What? Discord. Did I spell that right? Speaking of spelling. I do not eat dogs. I repeat. That's funny. Yeah, that's my Discord. I mostly post when I'm going live, but the goal is to have there's a lot of future plans with the Discord. You know, obviously my game is on there, which is kind of nice. There's a lot of if you want to actually play this game that you're looking at, there's like a whole whole thing on how to play it, so that's pretty fun. And yeah, so I think I see you. Wave. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Okay. This does have to change. Unfortunately, my brain power is running low. As you've noticed. Nah, we can write it. We can do this. I believe in me. But if I was to speak with you, you wouldn't know I'm English. I believe in you too. Thank you. I appreciate it. I need someone to believe in me. Okay. During the Old God draw phase, number of design. Okay, so this, yeah, the graphics on this entire page are probably gonna have to change to some extent. No, Disol is either sad or sorry. Interesting. Okay, during the Old God phase, Old God will draw cards based on the number based on the icons indicated. This is a good question on how to phrase this. Based on the icons indicated on the card. Okay. No, it's gonna have to change slightly, but Maximus, yo. What up? Rules rule. Rules are pretty cool. The rule of cool. ChatGPT tells me I got it wrong. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. We're speaking French today, apparently. Trying to learn French. No. During the Old God phase, the Old God draws cards based on the icons indicated on the... Here we go. I don't know how much French training ChatGPT got. And snacking on canines. Yes, true. We are eating dogs. Wait. Y'all are gonna get me banned for saying like things I can't actually pronounce in French, and they're just gonna be like horrible, terrible things. And no, I'm just kidding. Better than what I have left. I can read. Spelling is my problem. I eat fish. I don't mix S and less. Yes, I eat fish. I eat poison too, though. Yum. I mean, you know, there are a lot of people who eat poison, or rather drink it, you know? It's just a mild poison. Just a very mild one. During the Old Gods draw phase, the Old Gods will draw cards based on the icons indicated on the Old God card itself, any wastelands in play. And any other cards that indicate card draw. This... that'll be fine. Yeah, this whole page is gonna need to be redone. Oof. Elbows popped. I don't know if you heard that. Part of me just wants to draw some cards at this point. I feel like I can only handle rulebook editing for so long before I'm just like, you know. Aiden, yo, still cracking on the rulebook? Yup. How close are you to finishing? Not too bad. The main thing is I've got I need to probably include an Old God base effect thing. Any cards, any card draw with... Okay, basically I have to like introduce the card draw aspect into like the new icons. Let me show everyone, because not everyone knows things. I'm trying to be better at like making sure when people are new here, I'm actually explaining things. But yeah, now card draw has icons, right? So I need to explain that in the book. So these like two icons will explain what type of cards are drawn. So I need to revise that because it used to just be in the base of the card. And then lastly, I need to talk about deck building, and I need to do a list of terms. So and then after all that, I need to just make sure everything's organized and looks nice, because I'm adding a bunch of pages and there's just like a bunch of blank space. So I might have to like just reorganize stuff and shuffle it around, or, you know, draw some art at the bottom or something like that. Maybe just have some little guys, you know? I'd imagine, honestly, probably take me 2 or 3 more streams. I think I've committed to just doing it on stream and just not take it like super seriously, because I can kind of just chat with you guys anyway. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I need to be too crazy about it. Yeah. Rule stream confirmed. Yeah, so the biggest thing is I want to make sure I get it done, but I also have my I have my next video I want to get done. So actually, y'all are gonna be spoiled. You're gonna have basically two Beats videos in a short period of time. Obviously, one isn't exactly mine. The one I did for Blackthorn Prod is going to be out tomorrow, I believe, around noon my time, EST. I can't remember exactly what time he said, but yeah, should be out soon, sometime tomorrow. And then my next video is really close to being done. I 1.33 repeating Beats videos, exactly. Well, it's more like a 1.25 Beats videos, because there's 4 other people in the video. Although apparently my game has like the longest gameplay part at the end, because my game went for like an hour and a half while we because we all played it together. And then my video should be out probably next week. I would think. I don't know when yet, but sometime next week. I would likely say before the weekend next week. So like 27th at the latest, probably. Yeah, there's that. I'm working on, I showed this earlier. I'll show it again just for the fun of it. I don't know if y'all care about, do you live stream the video on the playthrough? No. It was something like we pre-recorded, but you will see part of it in the video. I might, and I don't know if this is actually going to happen, because it kind of, I don't know if I I don't know if I misinterpreted the guy wrong. So the editor for the video was, I was talking to him on stream, because he does streaming, and he was talking about maybe doing a stream where we play my game, but I think yeah, I'm not sure, but that would be tomorrow if it happens, but I kind of assuming not, because I haven't heard from him since. So here we are. But maybe there might be a random surprise stream tomorrow, so keep that in mind. So yeah, the goal here, so this is just a test shot, but I have me, right? And the goal is to get an image behind me, right? Because I'm gonna have my little mini me guy. He's gonna be like building a bridge behind me, because I'm talking about the bridge card. And some of this is just like temp art. I'm probably gonna have a different bridge, whatever. So the idea, he's gonna be building it behind me. So to do that, you need to do visual effects so that the, oops, not that. So that the image can be like moved behind me, right? But obviously placing an image behind me on a video is not the easiest thing. So I was trying to do a few different, you gotta always love like finding good still frames of yourself. But yeah, so there's a few different ways I figured I could do it. One was like the idea was like a difference mat, which is basically it takes everything that isn't the same on my image on the image and puts it behind me, but you can see that there's some like little weird whatever. Is it just me, or can we not hear you in the video or on the stream? The video doesn't have any audio right now. You could green screen yourself. Yeah, so I was tempted to do that. But instead I tried to do a difference mat, just basically as a plate of the background and whatever. But rotoscoping actually worked out pretty well. And it's not like it needs to be like a super... We can hear you, Beetleman. Okay, cool. But this actually worked pretty well. There's like some bleed, like a tiny bit, but the rotoscope brush is actually pretty dang good. So, yeah, it was just me. Okay, cool. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. We'll see how it goes, but, and it works relatively well, right? There's maybe like a little bit of glitchiness, but I'll fix it up. This is just a test shot anyway. So, any hoodles, just thought I'd show that. I thought it was kind of fun. But yeah, basically that's all I have to do. I have to do a bunch of these shots and then like my little guy being animated, and then it'll be done. So, new video soon. Probably by the end of the week. Not the end of this week, end of next week. Yeah, I think my brain is kind of fried from rulebook editing. I think maybe we just draw. Is everyone okay with me just drawing? Or do you love rules that much? I know Maximus loves rules that much, but I'm just gonna save everything. Here we go. I don't even know what I draw, and I probably won't finish it, but I kind of feel like 100% okay with watching you draw. Go for it. Your game needs you. How dare you interrupt the rules? I'm sorry, Maximus. All right, how about this for some fun of it? Let's talk about what card we're gonna draw next. Because we have, just close all these out. Do a new card. So here's what we have as far as beta cards go. We have, some of these will need to be like redefined a little bit better, but we have got the base idea, and that's really what matters. We got a Lich. If we're looking for a hero, we got a Lich who can, what was their thing? Dies at the end. Oh, right. They can counterattack, but I think they end up dying. Counterattacked up to 3 monsters if the... That one's kind of weird, but I'll have to... Yeah, it's a little weird, but Frenzied Marauder, so like a Marauder type person kind of deal, sort of along the barbarian line of characters. We got a nomad. This behaves both as your allies and your card. Can only attack on your turn. So I guess you can transfer units through them. That's a little bit confusing as well too. I'm not sure that's much different than the merchant. The bard, which probably will break the game completely, but could be fun. They basically can steal positive defeated effects and triggers each turn. Mercenary, you basically can pay to attack. A pet class, I don't have anything with that, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to capture minion kind of deal. Nomad also gets your allies' unit effects. That's true. Yeah. I feel like it's just maybe a more powerful version of... Well, I guess not, right? You can, like I was about to say, a more powerful version of the merchant, but well, I guess kind of is, right? That might need to be like changed a little bit, but got a bunch of different lands: hollow ground, bog, field, valley, jungle. And then for structures, we have like a bunch of ideas, but they're not very good thematically, unfortunately. Merchant makes units and synergize with the trading post too. That's true. We got the Unstable Soulbind, which is a Maximus original. I don't know what the name is, but the concept certainly is, and I don't know what that really looks like visually. We got the Order something or other. Something that basically makes enemies attack in a certain priority, which I think is kind of interesting. Random structure that grants your allies you and your allies all gain triggered effects. Oh, it's bridge, but with triggered effects, which is kind of insane. I don't know if that will actually work out. And then airship. Airship is like at least a clear concept, like visually, at least as far as drawing. It could be fun, but it does some weird stuff with structures and whatnot. Although it might not make sense anymore with the new rule. Structures no longer need to be placed on lands. I guess that works. If the structure dies, it does not. Yeah, so this would activate lands or structures. Wait. I'm waiting. It could activate lands with or structures that aren't on lands. I think that could be kind of cool. Here's game benefits, but does not die. Oh, yeah. What if the airship can change which column it's on in the player turn? Kind of like Golem sort of deal? Because that's kind of what Golem does, right? This is a cool idea, though. Not really. Oh, which column it's on, not which, Wait, column or row? I guess column, yeah. Which is what we actually have done already. Like, I have a butcher and an airship under it. Oh, a butcher with an airship under it, and it can... It can inactive trading posts. You can move airship under the trading post on my turn. Ah, I see what you're saying. That is interesting. I don't, technically the golem could do that now though, right? Because it could move to different columns. And it could activate different things like that. With this change of like structures don't just get destroyed, he technically becomes a lot more powerful. I don't know. I do kind of like the idea that the airship could activate what if airship buffs what structures on it too? Well, see, that makes it a little bit weird because it makes airship a land and not a structure, you know? Like if it's meant to be under things. Or it could buff whatever card it's under, I suppose, but it feels like maybe that's almost like a better structure, right? Yeah. Either way, we have a sacrificial altar. What's that do? You may now move units off cards past. Oh, that's meh. It's part of whatever now. Forgot airship wasn't a land, LMAO. Yeah. Nope. All right, let's I mean, we could just draw an airship and then come up with it later. Come up with what it does later. Do we want to do that? Does that sound interesting? I think we've lost half our chat in our discussion here. It's okay though. Yeah, let's just draw. The question is, they're here for the rules and only rules. True. So what's with it? It needs a land, but not a land, so it's a structure. So yeah, so technically it would be a structure because it's like, it's not a hero or a land, so it would be a structure, right? The idea, I guess, which I don't even know exactly what it would look like, to be honest. But I'm kind of thinking like your typical like fantasy sort of airship, right? I kind of like the ones that have like, yeah, pointier sails like this. It seems cooler than the ones that are like straight up and down. What if airship can carry cards from one side to the other? See, that's cool. Reusable teleport, but slower. Yeah, especially if it has a cost. It could be like a multi-use thing too, right? Like it could be its ability does that, but like being on a like, I don't know. I do like that idea, reusable teleport. That's kind of fun. Yeah, I like this one the best so far. Just all these references. Problem is, like, a lot of them just look like you're like, this would never fly. Obviously, it's implying there's some sort of magic, right, going on. It's not like this would be able to fly ever in real life, but yeah, like these sort of things. Like this middle one's kind of cool. I like the angled sails. The ones that are just straight up and down just don't feel like they should be able to fly to me. this were in a real game. Did I say real game? I meant real life. Yeah, this game isn't real. It's not even a real game. How dare you sell me fantasy? Yeah, I'm the worst. Peddling my fantasy to people. No, it's like I don't like. There's like a certain level of belief, right? Like obviously, like there's a AE isn't a real game. I guess that's fair. It hurts my feelings that you say that, but it's fair. I don't know what defines real, right? There's limits to suspension of disbelief. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. And for me, like an airship should be aerodynamic, right? Even if it doesn't fully make sense. But like when an airship has like a sail that's flat in front of it, you're like, yeah. You can take a boulder and put a propeller on it and call it an airship. Or you can't take a boulder, yeah. Yeah. I personally think airships should look aerodynamic or like Zeppelins kind of thing, but I prefer the sail look despite the Zeppelin look making more sense. But we'll see. We'll see what we draw. Zeppelins are also aerodynamic. Yeah, they're more like the sort of round aerodynamic than the sharper looking thing, you know, right? Our info slot. Question is, what perspective? This one's actually probably gonna be tricky for me to draw. I feel like it would probably look coolest if it's like obviously I could draw it, you know. Here's our ship. Here's our sailboat. You know, I could draw it like side view, right? It's gonna be easy enough. What if airship can just attack and looks... What if airship can just attack and it looks front on? And it's those aggressive plane decals. like the A10 like teeth one on it. It's got like a little angry eye. No, I'm thinking more. I like the idea that it's I like the idea that it carries things. I think that's kind of cool. Sentence stream chat, I think you got it, though. Let's see. Yeah, like an A10. Yeah, I think that's an A10, right? A10 Warthog or something. No, that's a bigger plane, though. But yeah, that kind of idea. And carries something and can attack. I mean, that could be cool. I kind of like the idea that it's a perspective where it's like, I don't know how to draw it. You can't really draw a perspective with a single point, can you? How does this work? I mean, essentially, my thought is that it's, you know, facing forward. But not fully, which is a hard perspective to get. But we're gonna do our best here. Oops. And we're only really going to try for like half an hour, and then we'll be done. And going back to a sail in front would depend on the mechanism of movement. It's push or pull. Look into the idea of solar sails in space. Yeah. We are in space now, are we? Well, I mean, I guess drag is different. But I do like the idea isn't so much I dislike the sail in front. I just think it looks less like something that would be in the air than like an angled sail, right? Like the angular sails, again, we'll show the references, right? Like these ships to me look more like something that would be in the air than something like this, right? Like the flat sails to me are less interesting. This one's okay because it has the angular ones. It's less of function and more of design, you know? The angular sails feel more like an airship than look like they're designed off ocean fish. Yeah, kinda. Or like birds, right? Like, whereas like a sailboat kinda like the design feels like it should change. Otherwise this looks like, hey, this looks like it's just a ship that is like a sailboat that happens to be in the air. I don't like that like direct translation. It's like, oh, it's just a magic boat that's in the sky. Solar sails work because friction is less than air margins in space. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's no drag, right, in space. But which is similarly with water, right? It's like you have a substance that there's not drag on, whereas in the air it's a little more difficult. Like really, I guess part of it like is an airship. Oh god. An airship should look probably more like a kite than a ship, right? Like, how often do you see like a kite look like just a square, right? They're all angular. Even if you can have a square kite, like they exist, right? But kites are typically, you know, I mean, obviously this is a square, but it's turned on an angle, right? So that's my thought, is the angularness feels more aerodynamic, and more like something that I would expect to see flying. That's just, you know, whatever. Flying takes too much energy for something that heavy with wind, and even if it could, wind could only do one direction with the wind, assuming the sails are flat. And it feels like a plane that doesn't pick where it goes the coolest, least functional invention of all times. It could kind of work like ships in the oceans into the wind. Or that's what. I mean, obviously this is also using magic, but I guess part of it too is like the sideways sails, the parts that are on the edges that look like wings. That does make it a little bit more believable that like the wind is also catching like an updraft or something like that, right? I closed my reference photos. Blimps are like airships. They just work anyway on that. Yeah, that's true. Blimps do just work. Yeah, honestly, it's not even so much, like, for me, it's not even so much a, whether it actually makes sense in more what would appear to make sense, if that if that checks out, you know? I'm drawing a cylinder so I can figure out how this ship is going to fit inside a cylinder. I'm trying to get my perspective, right? I guess I could draw a box. It might be a little bit easier, but so for airships, the closer you design to planes and blimps, the further you go from oceans. Further from oceans you go, the more realist you get. And an aim with fantasy is a good middle ground. Makes sense within the edited rules is the goal. Right. Yeah. I can agree with that. I have a feeling I'm not going to get very far today. I think a cylinder was better. Yeah, I have the distinct feeling I'm not going to get very far. My brain's already fried. Dude, I wish I had more, like, mental endurance. I swear, my brain just stops working at a certain point. Like, Harry Potter were to have magical ships, they would still probably be similar looking to planes, just maybe with wizards operating them with engines, with magic, or maybe potions or fuel. Well, I feel like Harry Potter's maybe like a bad example because they have like flying cars, don't they? Harry Potter doesn't really have like a very set in stone rule system for their magic, so I feel like it's more you know, whatever. But yeah, I agree with you. I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, it's about what makes sense within the fiction, and somewhere between reality and fiction is where you want to kind of land. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I like things to make some sense, even if it isn't completely logical. Well, the car makes sense because it's a wizard turning already daily used vehicle into a flying thing. The car probably wasn't made as a flying car in the first place. Right, yeah. Similarly to a post-apocalyptic weaponry, brake pads as a blade on a war axe, etc. Yeah, for sure. What are we drawing? We are drawing an airship, or at least attempting to. I figured I'd take a break from the rule book. My brain was melting. But we're attempting a perspective that's quite difficult, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm trying to like start with I'm not the greatest at perspective, I guess, but we're giving it a shot. Too much logic becomes quite tedious. Yeah, I mean, it depends on, yeah, there's a middle ground to be found, right? You want some logic, but you don't want too much logic. It depends on, like, really how crazy, well, it depends on how crazy you want to get with the world building, right? Also, like, just with what you prefer, right? Because I personally like the idea of, like a more aerodynamic looking airship, you know? You don't want to pull out questions like, what's the drag coefficient in Harry Potter while building a fantasy world? True. We're just doing some building blocks, see how it works. Don't mind me. I don't think this is how perspective works, but we're trying. Great. Just hit the cancel button. I'm trying to change the color of this. Okay. All right, now in theory we can just fit shapes within this and then see how that goes. Kind of interesting. I haven't really done a whole lot on a perspective like this with this style, which is maybe like something to consider, I guess. Like I haven't done much like this, so it's like, does this actually fit the style? I don't know. Pick a new color. No, blue's not very visible. Like this. Like the part that of the airship that should look like a boat, in my opinion, is just the base part here, right? I mean, your world has somewhat developed humans with magic. I'd assume they would have air travel too. Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially when you have like magic and like stuff like teleportation, it's like you feel like you could implement that pretty simply into like just travel, right? Like you think you would be like, travel's like one of the biggest like problems in like a fantasy, like, or any sort of, like, it's a huge problem to overcome in a world, right? Time it takes to get between one place and another can be a huge difference in an entire society, right? So it would make sense that they try and make, you know, a travel network system, you know? I kind of like these like So airship it is. Worst case, if I don't end up using this and being like, this doesn't make sense, then I can get rid of it, but I'm okay with an airship, you know? So kind of like this sort of like ruddery look, kind of like a fin. I'm happy. I'm happy with the concept of an airship. I think it's fine. I just want to make it look like something I would want it to look like, you know? Although now that I draw this, I kind of want one. There needs to be like almost a bridge kind of thing. Yeah, I think we'll maybe get like part of this sketch done today, and then the rest will be the rest will have to be another day. But that's okay. I really like sketching with multiple colors because it really helps you separate the image into like multiple components, you know? I like the front sails that are kind of like in front of the like on like a sort of bow of the boat. Bow? Yeah, bow. I'm not loving it currently, but we'll get there. Looks weirdly like some exotic fish. I'm not too wrong. Yeah, it does. Right. I put this all in the same layer. It's fine. Like I said, like fish. Yeah, for sure. It's not that it looks wrong. It just might not look exactly how I like it. Yeah, I mean, somewhere between a fish and a bird, you know, is kind of where we're going. Do you like the little undersails too? And I'll have like a, you know, connecting piece. It's a very like layered look, you know? The colors aren't helping. It definitely looks very Dory colored, you know? I don't mind like some sort of, you know, mast maybe, but I feel like it needs to be a cooler shape. I don't know. Also, like, rigging would look cool, right? Like having lines going from place to place. Just keep referencing my my references. Yeah, probably only gonna go for about like 10 more minutes, and I got some stuff I need to do, so can't really stay too long, unfortunately. I don't like this part. It's bothering me. I mean, it's gonna be covered anyway by a sail, so it's like doesn't really matter, but just trying to carve out a ship out of this mess of scribbles. One of the things might be is just making it a bit smaller so we can see more of it. I think it is maybe slightly important. It has a mast, despite, okay, chill. I'm using the stamp tool somehow. I'm gonna duck out early. You have a gooder. I will. You too. Appreciate you hanging out. Like I said, probably not gonna be on much longer anyway, so I appreciate you stopping by. It's cool to see you. Good to see you as always. See you around. Later days, everyone. To later days. Zooming out definitely made me like it a little bit more. It kind of seems like a mess of sails currently, but we'll get there. Problem is this sail here doesn't really look like it's attached to anything. I like the back at least. I don't know how I feel about the front. Let's save it. Airship, one word. It's probably one word. Whatever. It's fine. I also do kind of like the, I don't know if, like the counterbalance look kind of is interesting. Like some of these ships have that like sort of, what is it, like a foil at the bottom? Just more the opposite way, right? Like this. Almost. I don't know. It looks good from farther away than it does up close. I don't know. This is just the initial sketch anyway. We'll probably have to go back and redefine what this actually looks like. I don't know, something along these lines, but not exactly, I think. It does look like a fish. Does indeed. I'm gonna go ahead and copy these references and just paste them in here just so I don't lose them for next time. The Zephyr. It's a cool name for an airship. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's probably about time. Time we quit. Time we give up. By give up, I mean be done, because I'd be done. Got things I need to do. Everyone, thank you for hanging out with me. It was a good stream. We'll be back to more rulebook editing on what day? Friday, I think. So yeah, Friday we'll probably be doing more rulebook editing. However, it might be something else. I'm not entirely certain yet. Maybe some playing of either armies or the Blight of Blackridge. Tomorrow, maybe a special stream. Finally got back to me, so gotta talk to it with Dual Wielded about that. But we should, or we might be able to cook something up and make a do like a play of Blight of Blackwater after the Blackridge. It was called Blackwater originally, and then Bradley said it sounded too much like a pirate game, and then I was like, yeah, that's fair. But collab stream with Dual Wielded, dope. Yeah, so hopefully that'll work out. We gotta talk, but potentially tomorrow at some point. Don't know what time he's free and all that stuff. I'll post in the Discord what's happening. I'll just go to my face. Yeah, I'll post what's happening in the Discord, and then also again the Blackthorn Prod video comes out tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. Again, I will post that in all relevant places, so keep an eye out for that. Let me find someone to raid, as per usual. If you feel like jumping over onto Twitch and raiding with me, feel free. We just like making friends here. You know me, it's gonna take me a second to find someone, so. It's gonna take me a second, as per usual. It's wild that when you're looking through the tags of things and you type in like TCG or whatever you want to type and then hit enter, it erases everything. It's like you'd think that it would just enter the closest keyword, but instead it erases it and doesn't enter it into your thing. I don't think I see anyone making their own TCG, so we are just gonna go, I don't know, what are we feeling, art or game design? Or is there anyone that I'm following that I want to raid? There's a potential, but we'll see. Twitch message haven't been showing up in your stream. Is it working? Oh, weird. Hello, Twitch? You sure? Yo? I see it. I think your messages aren't showing up in the screen. But why is that? Maximus, do you get banned? That's weird. For some reason, your stuff isn't showing up. Did I accidentally ban you? Beats, why'd you ban me? You know what you did. Honestly, you probably got like bot banned because you keep making the joke best viewers. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think you actually got banned, but I don't think you'd show up at all. It's probably just being weird. There's a lot of people working on because I have ruined God of Altruism. You know what you did. You know what you did. One day I'll just have like a repertoire of people I like to raid, and then it'll just be fine. But right now it's just been a pain to find people that I like feel like is relevant to what we're doing. Oh, I forgot to say test again today. I actually did say test, so you're good. It's okay. I said it for you. Fear not, my friend. Because I was trying to make sure everything worked. This person's drawing an airship. That's so funny. All right, we're just gonna raid this person because they're also drawing an airship. Sure, why not? YOLO. Art person. Here we go. Some, oh God. No idea. All right. Anyway, why not? YOLO. Let's hope I make it there. It says you're in chat, so I think it should be fine. Shade SP. It says 2 people are raiding, so I'm assuming one of them is you. Anyway. All right, everyone. See you possibly tomorrow, if not Friday, and keep a lookout for that video. And yeah, I will see you then. Bye. Thanks for stopping by.